The morning began on the side of a cracked, dusty road where the city forgot to look. Buses roared past, horns screamed, and people hurried by without seeing the woman bent over a garbage cart, her back curved, her hands wrapped in torn gloves. But if you looked closely, really closely, you would notice something strange. Her eyes weren't tired the way poverty usually makes them. They were sharp, observant, measuring. And as the camera pulls in tight, let me ask you something before this story unfolds. How many times have you judged someone by what they wear or the job they do? Stay till the end, because what happens on this road will change everything. And if stories that touch the heart matter to you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. You never know which story might change your life next. The woman pushing the garbage cart was called Amina to the world, but that wasn't her real name. Beneath the loose scarf, the faded dress, and the smell of the streets stood Imran Malik, a self-made millionaire who owned half the transport companies that thundered down that very road every day. For 30 years, he had built his empire from nothing. But now, in his old age, his biggest fear wasn't losing money, it was losing values. His son, Saad, was married to a woman named Zara, and lately, whispers had reached Imran's ears. That Zara treated servants harshly. That she looked down on the poor. That she wore kindness only when it benefited her. Imran didn't want rumors. He wanted truth. So he chose the only test that never lies, disguise and humility. Every morning, Imran, now Amina, stood at the roadside where Zara passed daily on her way to charity events and beauty salons. The irony cut deep. Zara was famous in social circles for her generosity. Her social media overflowed with photos of donations, smiles with orphans, and captions about kindness. But cameras can lie. Roads cannot. On the third day, Zara's white SUV slowed near the garbage cart. The driver rolled down the window, irritation already written across his face. "Move this thing," he snapped. "You're blocking the way." Amina lowered her head and pushed the cart aside, garbage spilling onto her shoes. Zara sat in the back seat, sunglasses on, phone in hand. She didn't look once. Imran felt something tighten in his chest, but he reminded himself, this was only the beginning. That afternoon, the sun burned mercilessly, and the road shimmered with heat. Amina's hands trembled as she tried to lift a heavy bag. Suddenly, it tore open, trash scattering across the pavement. People laughed. Some cursed. One man kicked a bottle toward her and walked away. Then Zara's SUV returned, stuck in traffic. This time, Zara looked out. Her nose wrinkled in disgust. "These people make the city filthy," she muttered loudly. No self-respect. Imran's heart broke a little. Not because of the insult, but because this was the woman carrying his family name. But then something unexpected happened. A small boy, barefoot and thin, ran toward Amina and helped her pick up the trash. He smiled at her as if she were invisible to the cruelty around them. "Don't worry, Auntie," he said. "Allah sees everything." Imran swallowed hard. On the side of the road, truth was already revealing itself. Days passed. Imran watched, tested, observed. He pretended to faint once, collapsing beside the garbage cart. People stepped over him. Cars honked. Zara's SUV stopped just a few feet away. The driver asked if they should help. Zara glanced at Imran lying on the road, then at her watch. "We're late," she said coldly. "Call someone else." And they drove away. That night, Imran didn't sleep. The test he had feared was now answering itself. But the road wasn't done teaching lessons. A week later, rain flooded the streets. Garbage floated like broken dreams. Amina struggled, slipping, soaked, coughing. Suddenly, Zara appeared again, this time alone. Her car had broken down nearby. She stepped out, frustrated, heels sinking into mud. She looked around helplessly, then locked eyes with Amina. For the first time, Zara truly saw her. "Auntie," Zara said reluctantly, "can you help me? My phone's dead. I need water." Imran looked at her. This was the moment. The crossroad of character. He reached into his bag and handed her a bottle, the last one he had. Zara drank greedily, then paused. "Why are you smiling?" she asked. "Because," Amina replied softly, "this road treats everyone the same eventually." Zara frowned, confused. They sat together under a broken bus stop as rain poured. For the first time in her life, Zara listened to someone from the roadside. Amina spoke of hunger, of being invisible, of dignity in labor. Not as a lecture, but as a life. Zara's eyes filled with tears she didn't expect. Something inside her cracked open. The next day, Zara returned, not in her SUV, but on foot. She brought food, dry clothes, medicine. She helped Amina push the cart. People stared. Cameras were absent, and that mattered most. Finally, Imran knew the test had reached its end. At home that evening, the family gathered. Imran walked in, clean, dignified, no disguise. Zara froze when she recognized his eyes. The room fell silent. "I was the woman on the road," Imran said calmly. "I was the garbage collector you ignored. The one you judged. And the one who watched you change." Zara collapsed into tears. She begged forgiveness, not with words, but with truth. She admitted her arrogance, her performative kindness, her blindness. Imran lifted her gently. "I didn't do this to shame you," he said. "I did this to save my family from forgetting what matters." The story ends where it began, on the side of the road. But this time, Zara stands there daily, not for photos, not for praise, but for people. Because wealth is not measured by what you own, but by how you treat those who can give you nothing in return. If this story touched your heart, don't scroll away. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and remember, every road you pass has a test on it. You just never know who's watching.